Please enjoy his lectures and share our knowledge with you. Thank you.
Thank you for your arrival.
Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha Devatabhyo Namaha Parakalayatindra Mahadeshigaya Namaha.
Thank you for your arrival.
You are all great scholars. I invite you. Bhadram karane vishniyama devaha Bhadram pashyema shibihi yajatraha Sthirairangair suvamsatanubihi Devahitam yadayuhu. This is the Upanishad. In this Upanishad, he describes Bhadram karnepi shuniyama devaha. Devaha, he addresses the public. Devaha, you are all divine souls. See his vast universal secular assumptions. So, then Pashyema Shivihi Yajatraha. Yajatraha, you are all respected souls. So, let us see the eternal things. How great it is. Everything is perishable. Your dogma says the world is perishable. So he says, the Upanishad, great scholars says, scholars means Upanishad time, it is realized person. That realized person visualizes, you are all respected souls. So he addresses, let us see the eternal things. It is mentioned in Pratyahara, Svavishaya Samprayoge. What is the Svavishaya of the Samprayoge? Chittasya Vishayanukara. He discusses the Chitta. So let us discuss in future what is yoga when I am explaining that. So Pratyahara. So he Srirangai Sustuam Stanuvihi. That is one sentence. As your intention to know what is philosophy, that is Devahitam Yadayuhu. So long you have got the permission of living on this earth in Kali Yuga. In this 100 years, you have to get realization. That is important. Not Aneka Jalma Samsiddhasatoyati Paramgatim. We have taken so many births and have taken occasionally, it is the unique opportunity that God has given as a human being to go to heaven. Other than human beings, no man, no creature, no demigods will enter into the heaven. What is heaven? Not to get rebirth. They have got a birth, and at the time of cremation, they will be going to their places. So, man 100 years. In this year, we have to receive Jantunam Narajalbaha Durlabaha. Unique opportunity this human body is given. So, in this, that's why I am saying this limit of this age, that means 100 years. In this 100 years, can we get salvation? Yes, Patanjali declares and assures that you will get in this birth itself. So, I will give you the previous, because you have studied the scholars of your literature, you have studied from the beginning. Atha Purushahai Narayano Akamayata Praja Srijayeti Kham Vayur Jyotirapaha Prithvi Narayanat Prano Jayate Kham Vayur Jyotirapaha Prithvi Vishwasya Dharini. He created the world. He created the prana. We must discuss what is prana. I will tell you afterwards. So, see, he is the supreme. What is the purpose of this birth? To get realization. How we will get realization? What is realization? Common soul unite with super soul. What is common soul? We have to know what is common soul first. First decide what is your common soul. See, to realize God, common soul unite with super soul. Yes, common soul is one force, super soul is the second force. With the third force, that is the exercise, you have to get realization. What is the third force? That is, we select air. Religious people select fire. Religious people take Supathara, Agne, Supathara, Ye, Asman, Vishwani, Deva, Vainani, Vidwan, Yad, Jasmit, Juhurano, Bhojishtam, Thenanta, Uktim. They pray fire, one face, they get realization. But a yogi, you have begun yoga. So, your impression of that yoga, but doesn't know what is yoga. But you know all the total. Why I am saying means you have purchased a car. You don't know the mechanism, but you know how to drive. You are driving with 150 miles speed. That is all. But I tell you the result of this afterwards. So, common soul, air. See, what is so common soul? I will explain you first. See, air we have taken as the communication. If there is no communication, dynamics. What is dynamics? If a particle be in equilibrium, there must be three forces. What is that three forces? Common soul, super soul, and what is the communication? We have selected air. Why we have selected air means we are yogis, scientists. After that you will come to devotion. Let us discuss afterwards. But the communication is air. How you can get realization by this air? Outside it is air. If it comes to our body, it is breathing. This breathing, he lost his breath, you see. That breathing has become living. He lost his life, you say. So, in the form of the gradation of the soul, breathing is soul, life is soul. After that, life is in the body. If you separate that life, that is salvation. How to get that, separate that life, that is common soul, in that stage, human stage, land stage. In that stage, how to separate that scientifically? This is the bottle. There is water. Heat it by pranayama. You have taken, so steam will be exposed. If by that steam is going energy, you have converted this liquid into gas, energy, it goes to heaven. This is the theme of this philosophy. That is soul. Soul, steam is the soul. In the first stage, air is the soul. Next, life is the soul. Next, steam is the soul. Steam certainly goes to heaven, you will get. So, for that purpose, which is the easy method of converting this body into steam body? Understand me? You are converting, taking the ticket and sitting in the train and going to Bangalore, converting your body into the train body. So, converting the soul into to go to heaven, grass body. This is the theme of this yoga. To come this yoga, See, in the beginning, Brahma has created one kind of yoga, Hiranyagarbha yoga. Parameshwara, this God, has given that yoga one Kundalini yoga. After that, the God Vishnu has given one kind of yoga, Hatha yoga. But Hatha yoga is misunderstood in these days. Don't think that big exhibition is called Hatha yoga. This is Hatha, it is Hatha yoga, that is pranayama. Patanjali's system is Hatha yoga, tasmin sati shvasa prashvasa gatiryor vichedaha pranayamaha. It is the purpose of poet. Patanjali conquer. So it is misunderstood in the society. Hatha yoga is miracles that enters into the aghori vidya. It is not realization. What is realization? Not to get rebirth. What is the purpose of this yoga? That is, see, in this tradition of darshana, yoga comes forth, you know. That is Vaisheshika, Nyaya, Sankhya, Yoga.
That yoga, the invention of this, combination of this world is finished. That invention has finished, 25 elements finished, 5 elements, 5 minor elements, so 25, Pancha Pancha, Prapancha, the whole universe is. What is the next research? Next research is, who has created this? God. Where is that God? That is the invention. And it is not created, the formula has created by Kapila or Jaimini in one day. Time is required. The purpose of yoga is, fourth step is conquer death, get the abode of knowledge. Ishvara pranidhana dva nirtishya sarvajya bijam. All knowing God.
It is the purpose of man. But in Kali Yuga, it is not possible. That's why I will come to that place. So, you see, after that, there was misconceptions of yoga. Yoga practices have stopped. Then Patanjali comes in that cold war for religious people and the yogic people. Yogic people, there was no proper principle at that time. So both of them mingled and convinced. Then he established Ishvara Pranidhana Dva. You are a scientist or a religious people. Soul is important. Soul education begins from there. From the principle of realization explained methodically, scientifically, traditionally, and apart from the religious people is also 50% and scientists also 50%. Then the soul going to heaven. So he gave the Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga. Before that, it was not confirmed that no principle of that yoga, one who is conducting this yoga practices in the forest. Religious people, they also in the form of, in the tradition of Veda, literature. So, no particular practice of the yoga, no teacher is going proper method as well as the directions. So Patanjali gave Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga. So the soul is steam, you must know that steam, everybody is called yogi now because soul is everywhere. Soul must go to no religion, no science, no. That's why he says, Pravachana, know the subject first 1 or 2 years. Pravachana, that is called studying these literature. How many kinds of yoga? There are 8 kinds of yoga on the church. That is path of action, path of devotion, Jnana yoga, that is consciousness, that is Hatha yoga, and Raja yoga, and Mantra yoga, and Laya yoga, and Kriya yoga is also one of that. After that, ninth yoga comes to Patanjali. Patanjali has given a definite, permanent practice of this yoga, Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga. So we have called this yoga is perfect. So it begins from Yama, Niyama, Asana. What is the part of yoga or yogi in this world? That is important. In these days, those yogas, ancient days, those who were conducting the intensity of mind, but we lost the intensity of the mind, weakness of the mind. So we had to learn the simple education, simple practices, simple effort, getting more, that is salvation. So Yama Niyama is the two. A man conducting the yoga begins with Patanjali yoga system, Yama Niyama. Ahimsa Satya Aste Brahmacharya Parigha Shuchi Santosha Tapaswadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhana. These 10. How do you call this? Nature law. This is nature law. Come to that nature law. We have born, we have to accept the nature law. What is the nature law? There is principle of this nature law. Don't violate. There is limit. Human limit, 50 kgs, not 1000 kgs. So there is, in these two borders, principle and then limit. In these two banks, the running water is in proper speed. Proper speed is time. Time is required. Immediately, everything cannot be achieved. So time is required. So with small speed. So Yama Niyama is the first one. And then asana. You must purify your body. The condition that a disciple first know the literature, pravachana. Then upasana is important. You have seen so many demigods. Don't think that the demigods is waste. But when demigod is waste, don't think they are the police department. If any crime has happened, the punishment must be given. For that purpose, demigods are the police department. But there is the superintendent. Atha Purusha vai Narayana Akamaita Prajasriye. That is, Narayana is the supreme. What is his work? Not to get rebirth. His place is not to get rebirth. That is the purpose of yoga. That is the, for that purpose, the exercise must maintain. Not to get any self powers, that is boons, to enjoy this world, enjoy with this body. No, this body must be separated from the soul. Soul must separate from the soul. The soul, yes. So he arranged, Patanjali arranged asana, physical exercise first, purification. Because the body is composition of 5 systems, that is blood system, nervous system, pulse system, bone system, respiratory system. These 5 must be purified. All right. But the God has the composition of the body, earth, water, fire, air. That is the creation of God. What is the purpose of this body? To purify your body, to make it divine, to get the substance of metaphysical stages theories. Because what you have seen in your eye, only that is the purpose of scientists. Without seeing the eye, you have to believe certain things. Because there are some world, we are going to some other world, it is to be believed. So that believing place is the second one. That is, this body, the limit of this body can see 10 feet. So you cannot see hundreds of feet, thousands of feet away. So you can arrange the machine, then you can see. So the body must be transferred to the grass body. Even that is not possible in this Kali Yuga. To transfer this human physical body to the grass body, it is also not possible. After all, what shall we do? Forget these demigods and take one god. Upasana is required. And then conduct upasana, prostitute. Several years. Control your mind. Convert your mind. Converse your mind. Control your mind. Then you will get the separation of mind and the intellect. Because unless you convert that mind, see, when you discuss mind and intellect, the yoga, the basement of this is to separate past, present and future. This is time, conquering time. See, what is conquering time? Death. Conquering death. What conquering death? The body, bhasmi bhutasya sharirasya kutaha sukam. This is one day or other it will be going to burnt. So this is not important, but this is important to certain level. The vessel is required until you bake the food. After that, throw it away. After hunger is subsided, throw it away. So like that, the bottle is important. Convert it. Conversion is required. So by that conversion, you can convert that mind into intellect. What is mind? Then think, research begins in this way. Yoga, the purpose of this yoga is conquering the time or death. Time means death, not to get rebirth. So where will you going? That is important. So many cars in the showroom. You are selecting one. Be concentrate about one car and how to drive and to control that, learn that. Like that, one God, demigods, any God. In Gita it is said, in whatever form you worship, in whatever form you worship, I will appear before you in that form. Yo, yam, yam, tanhu, shraddha, bhakti. So that is in what form. So upasana. If you get that upasana, then you will understand what is soul, what is body.
So in this all see literature, so many literature, so many people have manufactured the car. The system is different, technique is different, speed is different, safety is different. So all the philosophy will not help you to go to heaven. Because as my company, I have given one type of technique. Your company has given one type of technique. So philosophers have given, that is the type. So when
in the philosophy of age, upasana, agama has come and they have worshipped certain demigods and get power immediately. That's why that is different types of upasana, that is worshipping. That upasana will not decide the birth of the body. So if you want to cut down this body and the birth, you have to go real yoga. What is that yoga? First, asana is important. Next, pranayama is required. But in the literature, you have studied so many types of pranayama, Sitali, Chitkarya, Brahmari, Murcha, so many, we know Anuloma, and so many other types of pranayama. All pranayamas are only for exhibition, commercial. Only certain pranayamas is required, Shakti Chalana Pranayama. But what is the difficult of that Shakti Chalana Pranayama? It only scholars, realized person can teach it. But all the person seeing the book and studying, that will not help you. So you have to find a realized person, then Kundalini Yoga. That is not possible in this Kali Yuga. They are all in Himalayas. You must go to Himalaya and learn that Kundalini Yoga. So because Kundalini Yoga, yes, equal to that Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga, Samadbhuta, Gayatri, Pranadayini. Yoga Vidya, Mahavidya, Yasam Yoga. So we have to learn yoga. To certain extent, yoga is pranayama and purification of the body. Next, go to meditation. See, in the meditation, you have to worship one God. One God. So, take initiation. That is mantra yoga. So, the steps are asana, pranayama, raja yoga. Enjoy this world and relax this world. Why you have to dedicate this world? You are giving responsibility. What is the responsibility? For the development of the society and for the development of the humanity. You have served in Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Then you have to dedicate that. So dedicate that. Go to Shivananda Ashram. That is mantra yoga. You select a guru. Then upasana, prostrate. Then that figure will come and transcendental form. It will be coming and give you salvation. So in that way, the proper person who is very eager to know, to study and to attain salvation. But the attempt is, you must know the literature first. 2 years or 3 years, study the literature. And then come to the Patanjali yoga system. In Bhagavad Gita also there are 18 types of yoga. That is very difficult to understand. But he says, Tapassibhyo diko yogi, yogi bhavarjuna, he says. What kind of yoga? Yogat sanjayate jnanam, jnanat yogam pravartate, he says. The first yoga, you will purification of the body. The second type of yoga, there are so many different types of meaning in yoga. So that is to salvation for the soul. For the body it must be purified and then soul must be purified. For that purpose, philosophers, according to their vision, understand me, demigods are great. No, demigods cannot give the boon not to get rebirth. Only Narayana. That is the abode of knowledge. That is the great super consciousness. That is Narayana. You must worship that Narayana only. Narayana Brahma Jayate, Narayana Rudro Jayate, Narayana Hindu. So from Narayana, everybody is born. So they also must go to heaven after cremation. So those demigods will not give not to get rebirth. So rebirth means conquering death. So in order to conquering death, meditation is important. In that meditation, there are so many types of meditation. Of course, the system is, the traveling is the same. System is different. So meditation, in that meditation, you will get, see, what is meditation, I tell you. In the stage of that meditation also, Patanjali yoga system, see, intellect is working here. Intellect means light. In the light, you are seeing the flame. So light is working, light is traveling from your eye to that place. So intellect, that is also chitta, manas, buddhi. In this level, in this land level, meditation is going on. So if you intellect, you have to convert. So when you are concentrating that flame, mind is concentrated, mind is come to convert. चतुर्दशान्तवर्णात्मकं स्वाधिष्ठानमनेकवैद्यनित्यं बालान्तषट्पत्रकं रत्नाभं मणिपूरकं दशदलं दाद्यं ह्वकारान्तकं मात्र पत्रे द्वादशभिस्त्वनाहितमिदं हैमं कटान्तावृतं मात्राभिर्दशषोडशस्वरयुतं ज्योतिर्विशुद्धाम्बुजं ज्योति. Life will be coming in the Vishuddhi. Up to that, scientifically, no man has succeeded apart from Shankara. Because he has come, there are three types of souls. Now, discuss about three types of souls. One is Baddha. We have taken so many births, that is, in order to enjoy the previous good or bad, we have taken this birth. So that is Baddha. We do the exercises and go to heaven. That is called Mukta, realization. But at the time of God Himself, when the God is created, Atha Purusha Vai Tarayano Akamayata Praja Srijayeti Akamayata. He created so many gods. So they are coming with the God. So the creation of Brahma is different from Narayana. So Narayanat Brahma Jayate. So in that way, if you think, see, salvation is only by the God, God's realization. So we have to surrender to God. Kundalini Yoga come to Vishuddhi. From this Vishuddhi, in that yoga, stop that there. Then come to devotion. Said if it comes to here, this is Ajna. This Ajna, Hakshet, Yakshara, Yugmadala, Yugrata, Bhamajnamujam, this is the rules, sutra. This is the sutra for that. According to that, you see, there happens one miracle happens here. See, up to here, you have selected here, you have come here, and if it comes from your, if it comes to your mouth, it becomes literature. Then it may be Quran, it may be Veda, it may be Upanishad, it may be Bible. But that is here, the seed word is hum. The word sa mingle with hum, soham. If you take meditation here, not the sound, that's why the Veda itself says, na pravachanena labhyaha. By reading so many books, you don't get salvation. Na medhaya, na prajaya. So, complete, stop your attitudes. Karma kshetra is finished here. Then you are reciting, and then see, if you close your mouth, that goes here, jumps. So, soham, it is as Patanjali has said, Niritishes sarvajna bijam. That is Purvesha Bikale Navachedat. It has Ishavasya Vajagam Sarvam. You will get pervading everywhere, like light. Light is pervading throughout the room. So God is pervading. That kind of experience is not possible in this age. Understand me? So the second one next goes to Sahasrara. In Kundalini Yoga is the secret. That is second type. That is Kundalini Yoga. The second type is surrender. Tasmad urdgatam prabhasitamidam padram sahasrachadam nityananda padam sada haripadam namasyetara. So surrender to God. How to take mantra yoga, that is. I have already told you, that is yama niyama asana pranayama pratyahara dhyana dharana samadhi. Know the literature, conduct certain exercises by pranayama, some exercises in pranayama, not higher stages, it cannot be. Then meditation, in that meditation, that Raja Yoga is meditation. Then come to mantra yoga. Mantra means mananat trayate iti mantra. That is one God, one Father. All others are like Father. One Father who has given this body, that is birth, that is important. One God. So the foreigners can believe there is one God everywhere. But they think the Indians are 50, 70 gods, they have no unity, that's why they don't go to heaven. We Islamic or Christian are one God, that we will go to. No, this is soul education. Everybody must go to heaven. That's why everybody is called yoga by Patanjali yoga. So the first purpose of this yoga is to get realization. One is self-realization. In this age it is not possible. Next, God's realization. That is surrender to a realized person. He will give you a certain vibration in your ear. Not in Kundalini. This is the secret. If you come from Kundalini, you cannot go this birth. No. Thousands of years if you say, you cannot know the secret of this Kundalini. Understand me? So it may come out. You may be scholar. You may become Chinmayananda or Shivananda or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So many people. But even Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has taken rebirth. So in that way, see, mantra yoga, surrender to God, and surrender to God with a direction of a realized soul. Find realized soul. Several years. Then surrender to him. He will take. See, you have purchased a car, 25 crores, but you don't know how to ride it. Find a driver. He will take you safely. Did you understand me? So, purchasing is different, but driving is important. If I don't know the driving, appointment a driver. Understand me? So then you will get realization. That is important. Before that, purification of the body is required. The attitudes are required. 10 principles are required. But Patanjali Yoga confess you, give determination to you. In this birth, you can get realization. That's why it is attracted by whole world. The criteria of this Patanjali Yoga is you can get this birth, heaven, in this birth itself.
Next one is systematic.
The purpose of Satyogi, another one secret of this yoga. For the realized person, I tell you, when you have realized this, you are 50% going to heaven. You can go to heaven any time at you are really realized person, you see. That's why. But why you are living here? Because the loan we have taken from the society. You have taken so many loans. A washerman has helped you, a carpenter has helped you, a riot has helped you. So by all these things you have taken loan that must be released. You have got no treasure, but you have got knowledge. One disciple must be equipped with your education that must be given to any other person to maintain the tradition. So 50%, he searches for a disciple and he gave this education to him as Paramahamsa Yogananda has taken. He gave, Babaji has given to Lahari Mahashaya to Yukteswara to, because due to certain drawbacks, they have not jumped into the society and established this Kriya Yoga in the society. But Paramahamsa Yogananda has got the literature and the university education, then he jumped into the society, he established Kriya Yoga. Like that, every yogi must establish even one disciple to surrender his education to his disciple, 50%. Then the realized persons also must give their education to their disciples and continue the tradition. So that's why 50. After that they are released, they go to heaven. So there are so many conditions for common man and realized person. Common man is surrender to the realized person. He will study and he will continue his education by his practice. But the realized person is released from the loan, so he will be going to heaven. In this way, surrender to the God is the proper. That's why he says in Purana, Dhyayan krite yajats yajnas detayam dvapare archayan yadapnoti tadapnoti kalau keshava sankirtanam. That's why in this age, yoga, nada yoga. Singing is only the approach. Did you understand me? That's why so many yogis, they are yogis. They have got powers and everything. They dedicate the small yogis who have worn saffron is not yogis. They are duplicate. So, dear yogis have got treasure of knowledge, but they sing, they flatter. In this Kali Yuga, Yadapnoti Kalau Keshava Sankirtanam. What the God has created, He must be praised. By singing, they are getting salvation. That singing means mantra. In the for religious people, in the mantra, Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samahita, Yatva, Makaha Pandavas, Jeva, so in Bhagavad Gita, this is mantra, religious people. Songsters in different types of raga, music, they are also pleasing God. So this is the proper method of getting salvation in this Kali Yuga. So surrender to a realized person. But you must search. We have searched for learn that asana 4 years all over India. Don't think Krishnamacharya is available. My Guru's Guru, he is first Krishnamacharya, next Patanjali is. So we have no idea about those people, even in Mysore. But after several years, we find Krishnamacharya and learn this education, literature education, practical field of education.
Understanding the script is a gift to you. There are so many types of angle of vision.
The philosophy is in several angles of vision, the disciples have flattered, worshipped. So we have to go in one channel, one God, one mantra, and then let us think about the standard of selecting a guru. Yes, see, you have selected Christ. You are the disciples of Christ. See, what is the character of that Christ? Sacrifice. But you sacrifice, you don't sacrifice your brother a piece of land. Then you are worshipping Christ. How it is possible? Quality is required. What is the quality of the Christ? Sacrifice. So you sacrifice everything. But has he converted the religion? No. He himself has converted into grass body. This body is converted into grass body. Don't convert you to Christian or Islamic or any other things. But you convert yourself as godly person. So there are some secrets of this Guru will tell you everything and take you towards heaven. So this is all the secrets of this yoga. But before that I have told you pravachana. You must know the literature first, 2 or 3 or 4 years. Study the 3 years. Angle of vision, you have got one narrow angle. That is, you can go to heaven. Others have taken some, see, building the house according to their nature. According to their facilities, they arrange. So you arrange your house and then go to heaven. That is, that mantra is also, there are so many mantras. Saptakoti mantram, chitta vibhranti karakam. It will certainly disturb your mind. So, to accept a mantra also, to worship a God also, he is capable of giving realization. You have to select a guru. Select a guru. Selecting a car important. After then, durability. Oh, we can with this car 50 years. Understand me? So like that, the nature of the God or nature of the disciple must be decided first. Then you select and then get realization. Tasmad urjugatam prabhasitamidam padram sahasritam nityananda padam sada haripadam nityam namasyetara. That is why Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. That is full. Narayana. This is also full. Common soul, you say. That is super soul. So this is also full. If a sugar candy is broken, the broken piece also has got sweet. That is full, this is full. In what? Not quantity, in quality. It is also full. Sweetness, it also has sweetness. Purnat Purnasya Purnamada. There, the sweet is not diminished. In that 3 inches sugar candy, sweet is not diminished. So that is full, this is full. That's why the purpose of this yoga, whether it is mantra yoga, raja yoga or jnana yoga, but unless you convert this body into grass body, 2 types of bodies you must understand, that is subtile body and causal body. Subtile body only goes to here. The limit of Sushumna is limit. But apart, because we are all very familiar with these names, that's why I am telling Sushumna. Sushumna, the limit of Sushumna is only for Ajna. It cannot go beyond that. There is some, the philosophers did not satisfy with that enjoyment of no rebirth. So that's why they go to Sahasrara. So they are going towards surrender to God and get no rebirth. The disciple asks when he goes to heaven, oh, we have taken so many births and have so many years, but he assures you, what is the benefit of coming this heaven? The Father assures you, oh, you have doubt as getting rebirth. Yes, I will give the solution. So long I am sitting in this chair, you will be with me. That is no rebirth. I don't take rebirth, you don't take rebirth. Understand me? When you surrender to your highness, you need not worry about your food. So the purpose of yogi is to become God. Not possible in this year, in this age. But surrender to God, to get rebirth, be unite with your Father. So that's why he prays God, that common soul unite with soul or equal to God. Jivatma Paramatmayoho Samatavastha, equal to God. You are surrendered and equal to God. That's why the purpose of yoga is whatever literature, whatever angle of discussion. Na pravachanena, see discussion, logic, everything is discussion, suspicions. So get one determination, get realization, that is all the salvation, that is liberation or realization. This is the purpose of man. Man is mortal. That's why he says, Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma amritangamaya, om shanti shanti shanti. See, the shanti is denoting the universal nature. See, shanti. That universe be shanti. What is the universe? Tsunami may happen. Great dangers may happen, earthquakes may happen, tsunami. So that is Shanti. The second Shanti, somewhat less sound, Shanti. That means that the society, we are living with society, that must be happy. Then lastly, Shanti. Common soul here. Lastly, I must be happy. So, the God, the yogis have given the universal principles as well as intention to protect the whole universe. First, next society, then he don't say, I only must live in this society, becoming great. No. Lastly, he says, Shanti. This is common soul, you say, this also be Shanti. So, that is the prayer where the realized person gives Apyayantu sambhamangani vak pranaschakyuho shotramato balamendriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahmo prashidam maham brahma nirakuryam. He says, Brahma nirakuryam mama nirakaroda nirakaramastu anirakaranamastu tadatmani nirate. Upanishad. What Upanishad says? You are Brahma, I am Brahma. I should not reject your presence. You also must not reject my presence also. Why should we distinguish you and me? So, dharmaste mahi dharmasan. So, he says, I don't know what is good. You know what is good. Give that good to me. That is all the prayer for Upanishads. Thank you for your
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. I have a little present. It's a surfing t-shirt from California.